McCready, Hoffman, Hearn, the Johnsons, they're all here for the Northeast Showdown. Hi, I'm Andy Fusco. Welcome to This Week on Dirt. Joining me this week, Larry Newber. Larry, this is going to be a good one.
Andy, it will be a good one. Obviously, the most important dirt modified race of the week. And for me, the fascinating aspect of this race is its distance. 100 laps, sure to change the complexion. Now, later on this show, we also will take a look at the Super Dirt Series and a very candid conversation with Brett Hearn, a guy that a lot of people say struggling. He says, I don't think so.
Well, obviously, the Northeast Showdown is our featured presentation. Here's Paul Small.
About 2 weeks ago, a brand new car debuted on the dirt circuit and won in its very first race. Now, since then, the car's been raced 5 times. It's won 3 events. And at Fonda, the car was running second when it broke with leader Brett Hearn not too far in front of him. Billy Decker, you are the man to beat tonight here at Rolling Wheels.
Well, I'd like to hope so. This Wheels Discount Auto Supply Store car, number 91, is working really well. And we've had a good showing here last time, and hopefully we can keep up the momentum.
Now, when you put the new car together, did you ever think it was going to run this well, this soon?
No, not really. We didn't. We just tried something new with this 4-coil setup. And we really thought we was going to have to play with it a few races to get it dialed in, but it seemed to be pretty good right out of the box.
Bob McCready and a surprising Gary Tompkins would start on the front row of this 100-lap, $5,000 to win Northeast Showdown. Billy Decker, by the way, started in the number 3 position and was definitely a force here in the early going. McCready shot out front. Tompkins running in the number 2 spot with Doug Hoffman in the Coors Extra Gold car number 1, swinging his way onto the outside group to slip by Tompkins and go up into the runner-up spot. Decker started to fade backwards a little bit as Jack Johnson in the 12A started to move forward. Hoffman made a challenge on McCready in the early going. McCready running the very top of the racetrack. Hoffman trying the bottom lane in the Coors Extra Gold number 1. He could not get by the Kinney Trucks car number 9 on the inside. He even tried the extreme outside of the racetrack, but still, McCready held the lead. It was not a good night for the Freightliner Express car number 6 of Danny Johnson. Danny was buried in the middle of the pack in the first part of the race, and although he did crack the top 10, he later dropped out with mechanical problems. Brett Hearn had some sheet metal problems on the Auto Palace 72, but he was running strong, along with the Lafroy 14J, none other than AJ Slideway's Alan Johnson. Alan started the race on the bottom of the racetrack and made a number of moves on the downside of the speedway, including a wild 20-lap-long battle with Jack Johnson for position. They ran high, they ran low, they ran up on Doug Hoffman. Alan snuck in front of him, then Jack snuck back in front of Alan and Doug. Wholesale position changes all the way around the racetrack. While this battle was raging, Billy Decker's night was ending on the outside of turn number 1. Decker with the wheels, car number 91, was out of the running as AJ Slideway's Alan Johnson finally got away from Jack Johnson to get the number 2 spot on the racetrack. He started to chase down the leader, Bob McCready, but McCready still looked invincible in car number 9. Jeff Trombley was starting to come up through the field. He started in the back reaches of the field and was coming up on the low side of the racetrack. His car hooking up very well. Now watch this. This is the pass that all but sealed the victory for McCready as he came through 2-lap cars in turn number 4 at what's gone down the front straightaway. Allen was left behind, but then McCready's car broke entering turn number 1. Rear end problem sidelined the apparent winner of the Northeast Showdown. That left Alan Johnson up front, but the battle was not over yet because Brett Hearn was right behind him in the Auto Palace number 72 car. Hearn tried in the closing laps to get him on the bottom, but Alan, running the top at the end of the race, went on to take the victory and the $5,000 payday in the Northeast Showdown at Rolling Wheels. Alan, did it feel good to win?
Yeah, it does. I was on the edge of my seat them last 2 laps. I was just hoping the car would hold out. I haven't won here in such a long time that, you know, it put some extra pressure on it, but everything worked out for the best, and the car was handling perfect.
You came through the field. You were running with Bob McCready for a good portion of the middle of the race. Then Bob unfortunately broke.
Yeah, I think Bob pretty well had me covered. I was doing all I could just to stay with him. It's a shame he broke, but you know, 100 laps, that's tough on a car.
Now, towards the end there, first Jack Johnson was giving you fits when you were running for second, and then Brett Hearn was giving you fits at the end. Did you think they could get by you on the bottom, or?
No, I didn't think he could, and I didn't really know Brett was that close. But I'll tell you, I could race with Jack like that 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I've never had so much fun.
You know, we run hundreds of features every year on the dirt modified circuit, but when you watch a race like the Showdown, you just got to believe that somewhere in this country, drivers like Buzzy Ruderman, Will Cagle, and even Gary Yule, who won this race once, are paying attention. This is an important one to win.
Indeed it is. We'll have a preview of the Skoll Series coming up, but first, a look at some weekend winners.